I found something, so I am always on the lookout for things that will help me to grow up my hair. So I have been searching, and this time around, I found someone whose story, or would I say practice, really intrigued me, because like I don't see people grow out their hair that fast. Usually, I'll see people talk about 7 years, 10 years, but this particular one really caught my attention. But here's the thing, guys. Recently, she posted a video of her hair, and I was so amazed at the length at which she had gotten to in just not even up to 4 years. I know she said 4 years, but I'm counting and it's not even up to 4 years. Say maybe a couple of months less than 4 years. And this is what she did. Or will I say, these are the things that she did that helped her to grow her hair this fast in just this period of time. And I want you to listen to it for yourself. I'm not one to always just talk about things. I like to study them. I like to follow up on things and on people to be sure of what I'm saying. So just take a couple of seconds or minutes to listen to what this lady has to say. So you might not agree with all her methods, but the idea of bringing this is just to know that there is no magic to growing out your hair. It's typical and practical things that we do that helps us to grow our hair long. So just listen to this and I'll be right back to give my own comments.
The real protective style is just putting my hair twist and leaving it alone. Because when it comes to being able to retain more length on your hair, a big part of that is being able to leave your hair alone in things such as twists or other protective styles. If you can go periods where you're just leaving your hair alone, during that time period, you're able to give your hair breaks where it can just grow and not break. With my hair in flat twists like this, most of the time I typically leave them in for like 3 or 4 weeks. I still am a proponent of very long protective styles, so like 2 or 3 months, so that you can give your hair an extended, like a really extended time where it can just have a break. Because one thing about protective styles, if you only keep them in for like 3 weeks, but if it's a more intricate protective style like smaller individual braids or small intricate cornrows where you have to put more work to put your hair into that style, sometimes the amount of work and manipulation that it takes to put your hair in that style can outweigh the benefit that you're getting from leaving your hair alone if you're only leaving it alone for a very short time. That's why in those cases I see a lot more benefit when I leave those types of styles in for longer, for like 2 or 3 months. If I'm putting my hair into like braids or more intricate like cornrow style, then I'll leave those types of styles. If the intent is to grow my hair and like retain length while I'm wearing those styles, then I'll leave those styles in for longer, up to 2 or 3 months.
Guys, I hope you heard all that. So I'm going to give just a couple of points to why I agree. For the most part, I love Seun Okimi because of the way she sort of care for her hair. I started following her when she was relaxed. Not necessarily because I wanted to relax my hair, but I was so amazed at the fact that we still have people who though relaxed, but they take out time to care for their relaxed hair. So it's the mindset, is the attitude that I fell in love with. And then even after be chopping her hair, she continued with that mindset. So it's something to fall in love with, and that's why I'm bringing her up as a model to a lot of us who are always complaining about my hair this, my hair that. I have seen people who say because they were relaxed previously, their hair had gotten damaged, and that is why they're not able to grow out their natural hair properly. But this lady, she did it successfully with her relaxed hair, and she's doing it successfully with her natural hair. And one thing she did which strikes me, because I find it in the other natural hair girlies that I've shared with you guys here, is avoiding manipulation, over manipulation. And for each of us, we can figure out ways in which we can avoid over manipulation. Your way might not be my way. Then she also mentioned that she does styles that don't put tension on her hair, and she chose flat twists. I also love flat twists because I feel with flat twists there is little or no pressure on your scalp, so it's even much more preferable for me than cornrows, like the actual plaits that we do. That was the style she chose, and most of the time she put that in and just leave it like that for weeks. She mentioned at least 4 weeks. So you guys get me when I say I go on months with my protective style. I'm not saying you should do the same, and you can also buy her method maybe that one works for you. So she also typically says she supports keeping your hair in for at least 2 to 3 months, and she does that when she keeps her hair in braids, in twists, or in cornrows. She keeps them in for that long. And then she mentions stretching her hair before styling it. I support this big time, because guys, one thing you don't want to ever struggle with is tangles, knots. Those fairy knots, they drive me crazy. Like, I hate it with every fiber in me. And I know everybody hates fairy knots, but one way you can be able to combat that or manage that is if you keep your hair stretched. So I have shared pictures and even videos of how I stretch my hair before putting in a style. Now, you might wash your hair today and decide to make your hair next week. So how do you leave your hair? In what state do you leave your hair so that it's easy for you when you want to put in that style? Now, there are different methods to stretch your hair. There's the banding method, there's twists, there's braids, putting your hair in chunky braids, there's using heat to stretch your hair, which I don't use. I typically put my hair in large braids to stretch them, and I get the fair blowout that I often can work with before installing my style. In the case of Seun Okimi, she used blow dryer and tension method, where you don't apply too much heat to stretch her hair. So whichever method works for you. Like I always say, there is no rule to this thing. There is no do it this way, do it that way. It's left for you to now see what will work for you in your own situation, in your own lifestyle and environment. Then last but not the least, she mentioned how I take down using conditioners to saturate her hair before take down. And I see it with most natural hair girlies. Take down is very, very important. As much as you put your time in to prep your hair, do stuff before putting in a style, it's very, very important for you also to watch your takedown, because that is where a lot of people lose their length. If your takedown is not on point, girl, you're going to lose all that hair, and all that protective styling for 2 months, 3 months, 6 months will just be a waste. And she mentioned the word intentional when she's taking down her style, because she doesn't want to ruin all that effort she put into maintaining her length. So this is what I wanted to share with you guys, that I found someone who also in so many ways share part of why I also go into long-term protective style. I hope you find value in this video. I hope you know that your hair can grow. Seun Okimi did this in for me, it's less than 4 years, and her hair is looking this great. Is looking this great. So if you too can key into this, trust me, you will see results that you've never seen before. So don't beat yourself up, just one step at a time, doing what's right and doing what will take your hair length to the next level, and I'm sure you will get there by God's grace. So thank you for watching. If you are yet to subscribe to this channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below, like this video, share this video. More importantly, turn on your notification bell so that each time I put out a new video, you'll be notified. And by the way, announcement, it's my refreshing week to refresh my braids. So I shared in my previous video what my hair is looking like and how I'm going to be refreshing it. So I'm going to make a video about that, and if you want to see that, make sure you turn on your notification bell and share this video to someone who needs to hear this. Let them know that growing your hair is not difficult. You just need the right steps, the right motivation, and the right methods. I'll see you in my next one. Bye bye.